everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Glad to be back in full rotation, or just right back on program with streaming. Give me one moment, and I just want to make sure I'm doing everything I need to on my part. I see I'm sharing my screen, so that's good. All right. I'm just getting myself a little bit more set up. Hopefully everybody's doing good this Monday morning. Happy December. Alright. Just getting myself once again just set up. Alright. Okay. So a few stocks is on my list. I will be providing an update on how I'm doing so far when it comes to the trading month of um, November on how I did. It wasn't a terrible month, but there was definitely some mishaps I had this month in trading. So I definitely want to get some of those things squared away in terms of my bad habits, and I'll go ahead and reveal some of those things to you. But as we all know, it's not too much time in the morning, so we want to make sure that I use this time to go ahead and prep and get ready for market open. All right. But once again, I'm glad to be back. I was in New York, seeing family and handling some business while I was there. So I was pretty busy these last 2 weeks or so, a week and a half. So I couldn't really be too attentive or just too much involved in live streaming. But I definitely did still trade. That's the beauty about trading is that you can take it on the go. So I definitely had some good trades on the go. Then I've had some bad trades when I got back. So it was like, look at the irony in that, right? And so let's get to it. All right, and let's see what is cooking for today. So I'm looking at AMD. As always, I like to start off with the higher time frames and make my way down. On the monthly for AMD, we can see here so far in the pre-market we are down 1.7% to 1.8% around there because it's going to fluctuate. We can see here in the month of November we actually caught this rejection. We had a nice sell-off, and then towards the end of November, we started to go ahead and pick up a bit. You can see this wick that's right here. So buyers obviously stepped up, but it seems like price does not want to get above two. Oh well, it seems like price is struggling to get to about 230 at this point in time, right? And the reason why I say that is because there's a key level at 227, and you can see where the buying took place right at the bottom of this wick, and we pushed up to right around 218. Okay, on the weekly, we are getting a push up, a reversal right off of this 20-day moving average. That's exactly where we fell on the weekly. We broke through this key support zone that I have marked out, and then we sold off all the way to the R1 and the 20-day moving average. Caught a nice bounce. You can see in this price area between 194 to I'm sorry, to 207. There is some buying activity that takes place around this zone. All right, but we can see here over the weekly a strong sell off. Small buyers did step up to the plate, and then more buying continued and pushed higher back into the 9-day moving average. And right now we're trading um, below the 9-day moving average, but above the 20-day moving average on the weekly chart. Then on the daily, we can see here, as I mentioned, we've pushed past 207 all the way to 217. But once we got to this zone here, this is where we started to see some buying take place, right? We had some wicks that pushed up. We went ahead and continued higher. We ended up falling within this trading day. We opened up at 201, fell down to about 194, but then closed the day higher at 206 or so, almost 207. And then we went ahead, gapped up slightly, caught a little sell off back to 206, like the low end of 206 or mid end of 206, then pushed higher to 216, and that continued on to the next day. What we can see here is that we didn't get a strong buy candle. We just went ahead and basically reversed from how I'm taking it. Nonetheless, though, we are trading below all moving averages besides the 200 when it comes to the daily chart. And we can see here in past instances, right? We got one, two, three. We got four white candles, which are green candles. So we got four green candles that are showing buying activity, wanting to continue to go ahead and take place. Now, looking at the 4 hour chart, looking at this 4 hour chart, we can see here that we've held on to this 200. This is where we obviously pushed to new all-time highs to around 267. But right now we are trading under this 200-day moving average, alongside trading this key support area. As you can see here, we went ahead. This was once resistance, then now this became support. We came here, bounced, went higher, bounced, shot up to new highs. We went ahead, came to this point again, bounced, shot up near all-time highs, and then we finally went ahead and broke through at some point. And then now with that led us to be below the 200-day moving average, which we are below mostly all moving averages on the 4 hour chart, besides the 9-day moving average, which is right here. Okay, so that's that. We could look at this from a 4 hour chart. We've been, getting some push highs, but some rejection. This should show itself around this 217 area, 218 area, but buyers are still very present. We just didn't see any full candles. Then in the after hours, we caught this strong sell-off, strong buying followed up, but also strong selling followed up as well. And then now we're just trying to figure out our way in the pre-market. All right, you can see here we have clear resistance in the pre-market, and we have clear support in the pre-market as well. I could show you that better on the 5 minute. All right, and then right here we have the 9, the 20, the 50. As I mentioned, even on the 1 hour chart, we are below all moving averages, which can lead to a further sell-off today. But I'm a bit wary of taking some shorts right now, because buyers, once again, can easily go ahead and step up. We've had 4 days of buying. We have some wick activity, so we're gonna see how today would like to play out. The setup to me, pre-market wise, is that we could get some type of sell-off. We could maybe even eventually try to break these points of 1 to 95, 196 area, and get towards 187 and fill this gap a bit. So that would be a trade I would like to take. I'm not sure if that is going to be the case when it comes to AMD today. So I'll be looking on the buy side, because I'm looking at market sentiment is overall buyers would like to go ahead and be more involved. That's what I'm getting, and I think with also a new month coming into play, we got to kind of sit on our hands a bit longer and kind of catch a feel of where the market really wants to head towards. All right. So that's that. I definitely like what I'm seeing on the 1 hour chart. If we do want to fold and go down a little shorter and get down to 208, I think that would be a great trade on the downside. I think 199 is a bit of a stretch. I don't think we're gonna go ahead and break all of these points today. I don't think there's any catalyst around the markets to go ahead and pull that stock down. All right, on the 5 minute, this is where I mentioned that we're going to see some clear support. We have a R1 level, so that's the ceiling, and we can see here that right at, let me see, where did I even, okay. We sold off right down here, so we can see here, right, that on AMD, we went ahead from 211, we got all the way up to around this 215. Once we got to 215, pay attention to this one sell candle. We got to this zone, we got it opened, buyer stepped up, we shot up higher, we got a little wick here, which is a sign of resistance. Some sellers are there, indecision, right? Still, and we still have a wick, so there's still some sellers here. Then after that, we caught a strong sell-off on the way down. You see this full candle. Buyers did step up, holding on to the 200. We got back to this zone here, and once we get another full bar candle, it's not that this candle is a key indicator, but a lot of sellers did come in, decision, sold. We couldn't get above the VWAP, sold, and then we ended up making this move further down around from roughly 215.91, roughly 216, all the way to 212. So we're talking about maybe a $3 and change drop right there. All right. Now some support is here because we can see here in the after hours, right, that this thing, AMD caught this bounce right off of right here and headed up higher. And then we can see here that this whole zone here has potential to be support because just look how we came down here at the pre-market low, right? And then we went ahead and just bounced. So right now, this stock, it looks like it can get above the VWAP and end up shooting higher. If we was to go ahead and read these candles thoroughly, we got an indecision, sell off, a strong sell candle, but the buyers just continue to step up a bit, and a strong sell candle will come and play again. But nonetheless, the overall theme is that we got a lot of wicks, and this thing can lead to some buying action, and we can see here we're starting to get some pops. So I think sentiment, I'm also leaning on sentiment in terms of where would the market like to go. It's the beginning of the month. So we need the month to, really just take care of itself. All right. So that's that when we're looking at AMD. I think AMD is pretty solid. I'm gonna put it on my main list to right now. Well, I'm gonna put it on my main chart as of to right now, but that's subject to change. Let's go back to this. So news-wise on AMD, it's no real catalyst. Broadcom price target raise from 443 to 409. That's Morgan Stanley, so that could help boost the chip sector. But there's no real catalyst around AMD. All right, so I'm not really seeing much there. But AMD is in play though. Is definitely in play. I want to make sure I have the right high volume candle. Let me ensure that. Okay, yeah. So we have a high volume candle here at 258,000 shares traded here right at this candle, and we're trading above here. So this could also lead to higher price action. And then we also even here have like a slight double to bottom. Either if you want to look at it from this point, up here, or this point. But we have some areas here that we went ahead and bought from, right? So right here. So this whole zone, like I mentioned before, is a buy area. If we end up collapsing and getting through this 211, then we got a target at 210, 209, and possibly 206 if this thing does want to fall. Right now, looking at the graph, buyers are just more involved. Okay. When we look at the ladder, when we look at the details of the of the order book, we have a large buyer at 212.60. We have another large buyer at 212 flat as well. All right. In terms of sellers, I'm not really seeing heavy sellers. I think it's just a moderate amount of sellers here. So I'm gonna check my other order book. Let's see. Let's check my other order book. All right, yeah, and there's just more to buyers involved in my other order book than there are sellers. So, like I said, as I mentioned, market sentiment is that buyers are still very, very present in this market. So we don't want to go ahead and go against the grain. So let's see how this thing go ahead and pans out for me today. But nonetheless, I do like what I'm seeing on AMD. Now the next one I was interested in was Hood, but I don't like these candles right now. I'm gonna come back to Hood. Amazon did pop up on my scanners today, so I think I'm gonna look at Amazon. Up next, let's see. This is AMD. I already did AMD. Nvidia is starting to take a turnaround too. I like that on Nvidia. A nice turnaround we're getting there. But let's go to Amazon. All right. Amazon. Let's delete some of these prior areas because we don't need them. 232. You do not need some of this. Okay. Amazon fell quite a lot too from its all-time highs. All right. So Friday's high on Amazon was 233.29, which is up here. Okay, and then the low of Friday was 230.22. Okay, that was the low. And then now we are going to put pre-market high, pre-market low. You see that double bottom right there. And now what we want to go ahead and look for is a high volume candle. Give me 1 second. Had to clear my throat. I didn't want to clear my throat on camera. Let's see. I'm looking for a high volume. We got 214 shares traded. Okay, so it seems like 214 is our number. So we got 214 shares traded right at this candle, and we're trading above that candle. So that's good. And we can see here how we double bottomed, right? So let's go ahead and mark this real quick. See this right here? We went ahead and double bottomed nice off this zone. Boom, boom. Okay. So now we got the double bottom that took place. We even got like a double top that's right here. But I'm not going to highlight that. I don't want too much stuff all over my chart. Well, you know what? It's fine because I have a level right there anyway. So how about we do this? I just want to see how this looks for me. Okay, so that's that. Where did this come from? Okay, yeah, I know where that's from. All right, and I'm talking about this purple level. So this purple level is 232.69. This is where we sold off from. This is where we got to a previous all-time high, and then we sold off right from this 232 all the way down. So that's why I have that to right there, that 232 level. Okay. So right now, we did go ahead and break through it, and now we're breaking below it. So let's see how this wants to pan out. But I do like what I'm seeing on Amazon to right now. When we look on the monthly on Amazon, this was a case of another sell-off that happened in the month of November, but strong buying did come and take place. Overall selling did win that to battle. Then on the weekly, we got this strong buy candle after a few weeks of selling. Then now we go ahead with a week of strong buying. So we want to see if that continues there as well, especially with the whole Black Friday, stuff like that. It was just around that time, holidays. Forgive me because it is 7 in the morning as always, so please forgive me for that, just for yawning on camera. All right, give me one moment. Okay, cool. So then now, we went ahead, I'm sorry, this is back to the weekly, okay, and then now the daily. We bounced off of this 200, excellent trade right here. I wish I caught that. We bounced off the 200 and we made a strong move from 216 all the way to about 233.29. I love to see it. And then now it seems like we might channel here though. Just seeing how we're opened up. We're not opened up outside of yesterday's range. We did break out of it in the pre-market, but nonetheless, we're trading in between the highs and lows of previous day's activity. All right. So okay, cool. When we look at the 4-hour chart, a nice bounce. Just overall nice bounce. We consolidated here for a little bit. We dropped lower. We ended up getting above the 200. Went all the way to 259. The 259 caught this harsh sell off back to 220, all the way back down to 215. Strong buying came up at the 215, and we've already pushed up to 230 already. Above all moving averages on the 4-hour chart, seemingly looks like we could go ahead and make an even higher move. We even have a level right here. Let's mark this one at 234. Okay, at 234. So we can see today if we would like to get to 235, that would be excellent. We would like to go ahead and get in that direction. All right. On the 1-hour chart, we can see the rollover, and and by the rollover, we're above the 200, and you can just see how we dropped or like we gapped down, and then we rolled, we just curled back up, and it seems like we're probably going to get another push higher. On the 1 hour chart, we're above all moving averages. So there's not really much to go ahead and think about there in terms of it. In terms of is this stock going to go ahead and sell off? I'm not really seeing that. Like I said, back on the 5 minute, we did go ahead and double bottom. We also double top. We broke the double top, and we could possibly go ahead and continue higher. So I like Amazon. Amazon be on the list today. Let me double check. Is anyone else watching Amazon? No. Yeah, I'm just looking around to see if other people are watching it, like just checking other YouTube channels. Sometimes I go ahead and I do that just to see where are some players at. Hood volume is definitely picking up. I think I'm gonna like Hood. All right, so Amazon on the list for sure, for sure, for sure. So let's put that here. Amazon. Okay, we got Amazon, AMD. All right. When I'm looking at the order book, buyers seem to be taking the lead as of right now. Just looking at the order book in terms of graph, but it seems like we got more consistent orders on the sell side. On the sell side, let's see. I'm not really seeing any large orders on the sell side, but I am seeing. I'm not really seeing large orders on the bid side. There's just more orders on the bid side. So we see how this goes as well. As mentioned, let's put this on my other order book. Yep. So right now on Amazon, we got a pretty much even playing field between the buyers and sellers. But it appears that we got a little bit more heavier to buyers in the picture than we do have sellers. So let's see how this wants to pan out today. I'm kind of not liking the opening of this. So yeah, we see how this goes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put Amazon on my third chart, on the chart that you guys cannot see. All right, and then I'm gonna look at Hood up next, actually, because Nvidia I already have AMD, so I'm like I don't really need to watch Nvidia. Tesla, no. All right, so let's go with Hood. Okay, Hood is actually trading around this key area, which was support. So it's actually trading around there. All right. So let's put some of these lines down there. The high of Friday was 129.95. The low of yesterday of Friday was 127.15. Okay. My phone is over here buzzing. All right, so we got 127, 129.95. Okay. All right, pre-market high on Hood is right here at 125.88. Pre-market low is here at 123.38. High volume candle, because this thing has been raising in volume the whole entire pre-market. 347,000 shares traded right here, like this candle on Robinhood. Alrighty. So Robinhood. Funny enough, we got some support, like literally right in this zone right here. We got some support. Um, and I'm going to highlight that. So let's put this here. So we got that little support. So we got support within support right now. You see this double at the bottom. We even got this little zone here that we went ahead and bought from. So we got some areas of support. This is all support at this point, especially to right here to right here. So we gotta go ahead and watch out for that. All right. So that's one thing when it comes to hood that I immediately noticed. On a monthly on hood, we did go ahead and let's see what is this. Do I need this? I don't need that. I don't think so. Okay. All right. So on hood, we did sell off like most things sold off in the month of November, but strong buying came and pushed the stock up. So we want to see if that's going to go ahead and continue today's trading. We went ahead on the weekly, a nice strong buy up, actually breaking through the 20-day moving average, coming to almost a key zone of this 100, and then going ahead and taking that leap up again. Then on the daily, we can simply see here that we, like I said, harsh selling that took off, got to around 100 flat, over 102 to be exact. We went ahead and sharply reversal, gapped up, continued to move higher. But you know the irony in today is that we went ahead and we're back down here. Like we're literally back down here. So this is another gap down. So we gapped up to gap down. And we can see if just more buying is just going to come ahead and take place. Um, I'm not really seeing any news on hood, but what I am seeing is that based off of this graph, we do have more buying that is taking place, but sellers seem to be stepping up to the plate as well. When I'm looking at Robinhood and I'm looking at its ladder and seeing the orders, there's a decent amount of sell orders. There's a decent amount of sell orders. Now, what about the buy orders? There's also a decent, it's a moderate amount. In comparison to sellers, it's a moderate amount of buy orders. But I like hood though, for sure. For sure, I like hood. And what I am seeing on my other order book on hood is that there are more buyers presidents, but there are more consistent sellers. Okay, so going into the 4 hour chart. On the 4 hour chart, let's see. As I mentioned, we are trading above this support area. Just look how we went ahead and bounce, end up higher, bounce, end up higher. So that is what's going on when it comes to the 4 hour chart. Okay, we are below 200, below 9 and 20, but above the 50. So this could still lead to a possible down move. I'm not sure if that will happen, but there's a possibility that it can happen. We've sold off on this candle, then we pushed higher, then we sold off again, but a little bit of an indecision, more so unsure of its direction, and then now this thing does appear like it would like to go ahead and take this drop if we get some rejection. If not, then we're looking to get back above the 200, and then we could possibly take this thing to 130. All right. So I think price wise, this thing is looking to come back down to around 121. To be honest with you, but we shall see. And I'm just saying that off of the gap up, the gap down, because we did gap down sharply. So that's down the 4 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, we are below mostly all moving averages besides VWAP and the 200. So this could lead to actual bounce. And that's what I said. Like sentiment wise, I think the market would like to go up. But I am going to be aware of the shorts. But I think overall though, this thing does appear that it can probably be bought up at any point in time. So that's that. We could look at the candles indecision right here for the most part, but more buyers took place than another indecision mainly. But sellers are the ones in control. Buyers have just continued to step up, even by buyers up to here. But then now all these buyers got trapped because we did not make them move higher. Then we went ahead, sold off sharply, and then down here we got this wick, right? Which shows some buying activity, and then still struggling to really stay fully above VWAP. So we once again will need to see how this thing pans out and market open. All right. So Hood is on my list. Amazon is really, really nice. Yeah, Amazon is just doing this thing. So yeah, let's put Hood on the third list. I'm still gonna look at Amazon. Amazon is gonna go on my main list right here. AMD is gonna go on my top list. All right. Let's make sure I have them on my options charts. And this is D. Cool. All right. AMD, Amazon, Hood. Okay. Yeah, boy. To get up in the morning, I say it every time. It is hard as shit to get up in the morning and do this. But I love what I do, so it doesn't bother me. All right, give me 1 second, you guys. Sometimes I pick up my phone for like a mental break, but I'm actually doing a few things on my phone as well. All right, so that's already three stocks on my that was on my list for today. Let's see what is up. So I mapped out Amazon Hood. I mapped out AMD. I didn't really look too much. I thought I was gonna take a look at Google. Not really sure if I want to. I do like the daily chart on Google though. Give me one moment. Receive. Okay, cool. So let's see this. Let's see. Tesla does not look bad. Tesla looks like it wants to go short. I like Tesla. I do. I do like Tesla. Tesla probably be the last stock I take a look at. So let's go ahead and grab up Tesla. Let's see. Tesla. Okay, so I marked out the highs and lows. Oh, and what I like is that this is trading outside of range. Is that happening with Amazon? No, Amazon is trying to break. Um, Hood is trading outside of range, and I think AMD is also trading outside of range. Okay, cool. So let's go to Tesla. I don't like the pre-market. I'll be very forward with that. The pre-market is not the best thing since sliced bread. So that's something that is a warning sign. All right. Okay. Yesterday's low and pre-market high is literally at the same level. All right. Now let's see high volume candle. Where are we at there? All right, we got 466,000 shares traded right at this weird ass wick right here. Okay, so we got that wick. We can see here once again a buy zone. Like this whole area is a buy zone. So let's go ahead and put a box right here. Trying to make this make some sense. Okay. All right, I just put a little box here, but you can see here that we went ahead and bounced here from a few times. So we do go ahead and break this. This thing can head lower and get down to 420. But nonetheless, that is it right there. Let's always start off with the monthly indecision for the most, well, just indecision candle, obviously, but buyers did come and step up to the plate. Okay. Then now on the weekly, we are trading above this long support area still, right? And this can also push price higher because of that support area. And then on the weekly, we got strong buying that took place after we bounced off of the 20-day moving average, giving a little bit of slippage there. Then on the daily chart, what we can see is that we are trading below this activity, which can either lead to a downside move or it could lead to some more upside potential if we do want to supersede. But we did get some resistance. I do think I do think that Tesla has the potential to go ahead and drop down and get to about this 421. So I do like that about Tesla. We just need to see where the rejection is going to take place. But I do see the potential for that, especially with us trading below to yesterday's low. But we're trading so close to Friday's low that we could honestly go ahead and break right above it and head higher and shoot for this 427. So just something to be mindful of. Let's go ahead and mark that. We might get here, we might not. It seems like Tesla might trade within a bracket. All right. So that's that. On the 4-hour chart, let's see. We are trading pretty much around all moving averages. So not above, not under, but pretty much around. We're trading under the 9, but above the VWAP, above the 200, above the 20, and above the 50. But in terms of the 20-day moving average, VWAP and the 200, we're kind of around that zone because we can easily go ahead and break down and sell off and get down to 418. So we just have to watch out for that. We did catch this. There is a double bottom that is being caught on the 4-hour chart. You see how we went ahead and bottomed here, popped, then we bottomed here again. It's not really a true double bottom because the double bottom would be like exact alignment. But it's close enough, or just a nice little trend where we held on to at least 389.80 and then push price back up to around 432.93. All right. Overall, I do like this one as well. On the 1-hour chart, it does appear that we are rolling over. We may want to go ahead and get through this wick right here and push down to about this support area. So I'll keep my eyes out on that. All right. News-wise, not really seeing much news. Tesla stock tumbles as China sales slow. Oh yeah. As China sales slow, okay. Tesla stock is down. Elon Musk explains why he likes the letter X. So, we got small catalysts. So now let's see, where's the catalyst at? Amazon and Visa team to boost and agentic commerce, Visa to make agentic commerce solutions. Okay. So Amazon has news. So Amazon is definitely on my hit list. AMD has no news. AMD literally has no news. Tesla has a little bit of news, so I'm gonna move that around, right? We're gonna put Tesla up here just because Tesla has a little bit of news, has just some type of news, versus AMD does not have any news. Then we're gonna go back to Hood. Hood is just a mover today. I don't know how good of a mover this is going to be, but I did see how the volume picked up, and I watched that. And let's see, I'm pretty sure there's more volume on Hood than there is on AMD. No, not really. AMD and Hood have the same amount of volume. Let's see. I haven't really been too good with semiconductors, so I think I'm gonna watch this, but not really. So I'm definitely gonna watch it though. But I'm just gonna see what AMD is gonna do. So I got AMD on my other screen here as well. So I'll be watching Amazon, Tesla, Hood, and AMD periodically, just looking at the SPY, just seeing what the SPY is doing. Oh, let me add a SPY to this. SPY. right now with where the SPY is, SPY is at what, around 678. So SPY is down here somewhere. So pre-market high on the SPY is 680.55. Then pre-market low on the SPY is right here at 677.95. We did go ahead and gap down on the SPY. So we'll see if we want to continue downward or we're just going to go ahead and pop and continue to go higher. All right. Seems like we got more sellers on SPY. Let me go to Tesla real quick. It seems like we also got more sellers on Tesla. So let's see. This will be Amazon. It seems like we got more sellers on Tesla. When we look at the ladder, we got decent order size. I'm not seeing like 1,000 lot size like that. I'm not seeing big, but I am seeing big lot sizes on the buy side. We got 4K shares traded at. We got a 4K order at 424. That's a lot for Tesla. So gotta be mindful of that. Where's my pen? Oops, I'm over here hitting things. So Tesla. Got a 4K buy order at 424. All right, then this will be Tesla. This is Hood. We're gonna make this AMD. Okay, cool. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna trade this for Tesla. Right. AMD is catching this buy, and this is what I said too earlier, right? Market sentiment is really leaning on buys, and it's the beginning of the month, so we have to just let the market just play out. All right. Right now, I'm seeing a lot of sellers step up when it comes to Amazon. Seeing a lot of sellers there. Let me see, I got time to take a look at Tesla. Tesla also seems like the bids are meeting the ask. It's not too many sellers there. Okay. All right, market's about to open up. Let's see. The one thing I will do is I'm just gonna let the market go ahead and do its thing. Stocks are taking a pop higher. Amazon price looks like it wants to climb and go higher. Right now I'm watching Amazon. Nice. All right, I'm long Amazon. Let's see, 365. All right, I'm long Amazon. Tesla's looking like seeing some strong rejection on Tesla. I'm gonna wait for a pullback on Amazon and maybe I get an ad on that. I'm trying to get a read on what the market would like to do. Honestly, it's a new month as I mentioned, so I just want to get an understanding on where does the market really want to go. I like to take Amazon to about 235 if possible, but Amazon's catching a sell right now. Tesla is continuing its move higher. Hood just broke. I'm looking at Hood too. All right, I might take a short on Hood. I'm unsure yet. Man, Tesla is just a tear. So hard to trade Tesla. So freaking hard to trade that thing. And the reason why I say it's hard to trade Tesla is because Tesla just moves, and you really don't know what that thing is gonna do. Still looking at Amazon right now. All right, let me focus on this one. Yeah, Tesla is just it's moving. Amazon is moving too, though. There we go. Caught this break. Okay, I'm gonna add into that. All right. I definitely like what I'm seeing on Amazon. Just added just one contract. I'm not being too aggressive. Yeah, just look at that. You see how we caught that pop and then it started to just sell down? Yeah, that was nasty. Okay, I like Hood. I don't want to be all over the place today. I look at that. Okay, I might get all out of Amazon because that was some strong rejection. That was really strong rejection on Amazon. I didn't like that. And I only added because then we caught the break of this level I have there, which was off of a previous chart. That's one of the reasons why I added. Yeah, I think Amazon is gonna actually sell off. Yeah, there's nothing I could do about Tesla. There's nothing I could do about Tesla. Sheesh, Tesla. A lot of things are going up right now. AMD, Amazon just continues to like fold and then shoot up higher. Amazon might get another break. It's retesting. Okay, now with 4, I want to see what happens here with Amazon. I like to add a substantial amount. I would like to. I don't want to be too greedy. So let me not push the gas like that. I would just like to see if we would like to get a little bit deeper into 235. Okay, we got some support right here. Okay, I did a substantial add on this one. I might regret it. I might not regret it. I think we could push to around 236. Okay, I have a target here. I would like to get to this target at 579. Let's see. I think I was a bit aggressive on this ad right here. And honestly, I might regret it. I just have a target I'm looking at right here at 580. We have a good amount of sellers at 236. Yeah, look at that sell-off that's happening on Tesla right now. I literally said I might regret this. But this is what happens when you go in with heavy size, though. You know, it's heavy drawdown. Okay, yeah, this was on me. Yep. Okay, I'm looking at Hood. Okay, now I like Hood 122. Let's look for some 122 puts on Hood. Please do not buy a large amount of contracts. All right, I'm in on Hood for a short. Let's change this so you guys can see what Hood is looking like. Yeah, Hood is catching a nice drop. And then Hood, I'm going to be a bit aggressive on this one. Let's see if that's Hood for. Still holding on to Amazon. I was too aggressive on Amazon. I think Amazon still has some strength in it, but like I said, I think I was just too aggressive, man. I didn't account for these pullbacks. Yeah, that was a bad look on my part. Yeah, I've been having some bad trading days. Sheesh. Let me see, where do I have a target on this thing? Okay, we got a target at 120 on hood. I'm not really seeing any further buying taking place on Amazon, to be honest with you guys. Yep. I've been cooking myself lately, man. Damn, I was too aggressive on this trade. Way too aggressive. Not giving myself enough time to really see the market. Yikes. Yeah. And where this trade is kind of shot right at this point is because we're under VWAP now. I still like the upwards trend that can possibly happen on Amazon, but terrible ad. Because now what this thing is possibly going to do, it's going to fake out every time it goes up. So each time it goes up, it's going to go up a little bit and then drop. And then the drop will probably be steeper and steeper. Yeah. Especially this 5 minute. I'm watching this 5 minute chart right here. It just don't look good. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get all out of hood. It's a good thing I didn't add on that. As soon as hood breaks VWAP, I'm out. And yep, it's literally about to break VWAP. All right, hood, I'm all out. Oh, well, I'm trying to get out at least. Okay, can't get out. All right, I'm all out of hood. So I realized on the day, $82 loss so far. Still holding on to Amazon. I'd like to add right here to Amazon to potentially see on like to use this risk reward as I'm in the red. But I'd like to add here to then retest this 235.80. Especially since the market is what it appears to be. It appears that the market's going up. Let's check SPY. SPY is being bought back up. Look at that reversal on freaking hood right now. Strong reversal. I'd like to see some strength coming to Amazon. Trying to see if Amazon's gonna retest that 580. I like to add at this point, but I'm just a bit wary of that. SPY is running. A lot of the times it's about picking the right stocks to trade. Yeah. On the options market, if this thing could get above, if you guys looking at this options chart, if this thing could get above R2, then I wouldn't mind adding for the potential to test 550. But it's not really looking the best right now. Trying to take advantage of key moves in the market, and then I go in too heavy on size. And these things happen when trading. These things do happen. Yeah, let's see. So yeah, I do expect Amazon to get weak right here. All right, what I do like about Amazon is that we didn't fail the 20-day moving average. We caught some strong volume and picked up there, but I could be caught in a bull trap right now. Yeah, I think I'm caught in a bull trap. Yeah. Indecision, a lot of indecisions. But the buyers are present. You see these wicks, so buyers are present. SPY is still making moves higher. I'm being real careless when it comes to my size, man. I'm being real careless. I definitely will be fixing this week in terms of just how I'm adding into my positions. I'm definitely not doing a good job of that. So even if I do come on top on this trade, which I'll be happy about, but I don't like how I'm managing my trades. I think I have a little bit of a big head from my past few trading days, and it's starting to show. So I'm gonna need to regroup and get humble again. Yeah, Amazon ain't gonna do shit. I I like the fact that it's above pre-market high, but it's gonna struggle to leave this R territory. This all of these R pivot levels. It's just gonna struggle. It's definitely gonna struggle. Well, it took a nice reversal. And it's crazy because everything is going up for the most part. Most stocks are going up right now. Uh, I'm holding on to the trade because it seems like it may hold on to the moving averages a bit, but at the same time, this thing could easily come back into previous days range, which is trading above previous days range, but can easily just drop right into like 233 flat because I'm seeing a heavy buy order at 233. So, and that's what I'm expecting it to do. Honestly, I'm not expecting this thing to go higher anymore. Yeah, I'm just not. I was trying to get it to at least this 237 mark on the 4 hour, or even on like the 1 hour, get a little bit more into 236. But the fact that we got to 235.80 and called it, so it's just a bad look because we never got to that next dollar phase. So I love the understanding I have right now, but it's not really helping me. It's not really helping me in terms of making money. I had a bad loss Friday, having a bad loss today, bad loss Thursday, and I will honestly say a lot of this is because of my size. Like I said, I would like to add at some point just to see if we could retest it. And it seemed like I would like to add, but like I said, like the risk is really it's almost not worth the reward right now. Yeah. I add, like I said, we need to get above like 505 option wise. Like I need to see the value of this option increasing. And I need to see this bid step up. There's a few things I need to happen in order for me to add, and right now I'm not seeing that. Yeah, that's exactly why I didn't add. There we go. Look at that sell off that's happening right now on Amazon. So these buyers will not get a move on things. The buyers ain't shit. Oh man. Making money in the markets is not easy. Probably one of the hardest ways to make money is to do this. And decision, large wick right here shows that it shows that the buyers are here, but the sellers are just in control. Sellers are in control, man. From what I'm noticing on Amazon, just how I'm reading is that the buyers are really trying to push this thing higher. Like buyers are even trying to step up. They're not really trying to step up into the bid. Like buyers step up, but then they just walk away. They literally step up and walk away. Like I'm literally watching the bids step in and then just leave. Then they step in and then leave. Got another 5 minute candle that just came. What I don't like is that wick that's right there on the previous 5 minute candle. It shows we got some rejection right here. So if we could supersede that rejection, then it's positive in a way. Yeah, buyers are struggling. Buyers are present, but they're struggling. And I'm talking about Amazon right now. You see that yellow line I have, that 234.60? We're struggling to get above that 234.60. There's a lot of orders coming in right now on Amazon. A lot of, yeah, the sellers are starting to get a little weak. Where we at? All right. I'm trying to think if I should jump in. No, let me wait for this bid to get to that ask. So I'm waiting for the bid to step up into the ask price on the options chart, and then that will incline me to add into this position to then possibly take this thing higher. But I need the bids to step up on the options chart. If they don't step up in that options chart, I'm not adding it. I just keep it at my 8 contracts. And as I thought. Like I said, this area is resistance right now. There was a lot of transactions going on right here. There was a lot of transactions. There's probably going to be some more selling that's going to take place right now. Like I mentioned, it's going to be there's a lot of sellers here. Probably going to drop to 234 flat, possibly. Yeah, I'm gonna need to take it slow. Spies dropping, which that could lead to Amazon dropping. Yeah, so I'm looking at a stock here on Amazon, which basically has buyers and sellers present. Just look at this 2 minute. Buyers are strong, but we got this wick here, so sellers are there. Sellers then step up, but then we have this wick here, which means buyers are present. Previously, buyers but sellers. So it's like it's really, really there's no clarity. So I'm currently in a position where there's no clarity. Looking at this daily chart, we got right to this 235.60, and it was just tough to continue it was tough for this thing to continue to go ahead and break that. Yeah, this thing is not going to do anything fun today. And guys, I'm gonna have to call the stream at 8:15. Today is a busy day for me at work, so I'm gonna call the stream at that time. Probably it's looking like I'm gonna take a loss today. I like the fact that we're above VWAP, but doesn't really matter because we could easily get below VWAP. We're above VWAP on the 2 and 5 minute. Yeah. And Amazon could roll over and even hit 232. Now we're already under the 9. Rejected here. Yeah, we could catch a nice sell off right now. Yeah. Damn. Damn, 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 damn. This is why it's important. I think I need to start waiting a few minutes at market open. When you want to go long is when they go short. When you end up going short is when they go long. Ah, man, that sucks. Mm. Mm. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need to cut this trade, y'all. 2 minutes telling me everything I need to know right now. We moved up. We got up here. He broke to 230. Couldn't even get to 235 again. Couldn't even get to 235 again. This thing is gonna pop a little bit, but then still go ahead and break off. As long as we're above VWAP, I hold on to the trade, but this trade is a dud. It's a dud. Yeah, what did I say? It's gonna pop, then freaking sell. Shitting me. Damn. Damn, 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 damn. Gotta show you guys some type of a reaction. I'm human. I'm human. I just went in too heavy. I could care less about the loss. I just went in too freaking heavy. I thought the move was actually gonna get there. I saw this candle. I saw everything else popping. I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, I guess I have to go. I felt like I had to go heavy to make the most out of the trade. But no, that's not gonna be the case going forward. I need to be well into the green before I add. So that's just gonna be my rule of thumb. If I'm well into the green, I add. If I'm not well into the green, I'm not adding nothing. Yeah, this thing is just gearing up for a freaking sell off. Oh my gosh. I'm not seeing any of these orders like step up. Seems like we might get something right here, but I don't trust it. I don't believe it. What I do like about Amazon is that my stop orders never got hit though, so that's pretty nice. The only thing with Amazon would need to break 235 like right now, like within the next 3 to 4 minutes, it would need to break 235 to give me some type of confidence. And obviously, you can see here that we're getting close to it, but we're not breaking it. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it. I'm probably gonna take a loss today, probably over $500. So I'll let you guys know. Let me go ahead and make this quick phone call. But appreciate the love. I'll be back on Wednesday, and see you guys. Peace and love.